Good morning. I'm Turon Shadman, host of Herndon Farmers Market at HCTV. Today is Thursday, our Herndon Farmers Market Day. And also, I have a wonderful, fantastic show for you today. Very informative, educational, and lots of goodies to mention. Our guest is Mrs. Timberly Cummings.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming and joining us today. And I would love for you to elaborate and give us an introduction about yourself.
Oh, well, I started out life as a health food store owner, and after my son grew up and went off to college, I transitioned and got my master's degree in biomedical science and became a physician's assistant and practiced medicine for over a dozen years. At that time, I realized that most chronic diseases are diet related. And so I kind of went back to my roots and decided that I was going to become a health and wellness coach and teach people how to change their lifestyles, eat properly, in order to better their health rather than reaching for medication. So I've done a total turnabout as far as, started off as a health food store owner promoting health and wellness, went into the medical field, and now have come back to promoting health and wellness.
And I'm sure we're going to use all of your knowledge and all the inputs you're going to give us. And I believe the whole mind diet that we're going to be talking about mostly is about healthy mind, doing dietary for helping Alzheimer's. Mm-hmm. But let's go to what are those goodies that we should look for a good mind diet?
Well, the mind diet was developed as a combination of the Mediterranean diet and the DASH diet. And the reason that combination is because there is a huge correlation between cardiovascular health and the risk for Alzheimer's disease. So both the DASH diet and the Mediterranean diet have been shown over decades to help reduce the risk of chronic diseases and especially cardiovascular disease, chance of stroke, hypertension, heart attack, as well as diabetes. So the person who created the mind diet was a Dr. Morris, and she took the two aspects of these two diets, and then she used all the research based on individual foods that had been shown to be particularly helpful in improving brain health, and then also looked at the information on foods that were actually detrimental to brain health. And she came up with a list of 10 foods that you should try and eat on a daily basis in order to prevent Alzheimer's disease and cognitive decline that can come with aging. And also she came up with 5 foods to avoid. So it came up with a very simple diet to follow, where you've got these 10 foods I should reach for in certain amounts, and these 5 foods I should really limit in my diet. And the 10 foods that she really recommends daily, green leafy vegetables comes very high on the list, high in vitamin A, high in vitamin C, high in vitamin K. Next, she recommends berries. Get them at least twice a week, especially blueberries. It's the only specific food that she mentions. And it's because blueberries have a phytonutrient that actually helps neurons communicate with each other better.
Wow.
Yeah. So she also recommends that you have 2 servings of some kind of fatty fish every week in order to get, 1 to 2 servings. In order to get omega-3 fatty acids that help stop inflammation in the brain and help strengthen neurons from getting damaged. She recommends 3 servings of whole grains. She recommends at least getting 1 other vegetable every day, at least. These are minimums, in addition to the green leafy vegetables every day. She recommends getting 2 servings of poultry at least twice a week, and this is for niacin, which prevents a neurodegenerative disease called pellagra. Let me see if I've hit it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and use your list.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Extra virgin olive oil is?
Oh, yes, I was going to say, I'm forgetting a lot of items. Extra virgin olive oil is recommended 1 to 2 tablespoons every day. Nuts. Nuts are a wonderful source of our omega-6 fatty acids and then sources of also some additional omega-3 fatty acids. So she recommends 5 servings a week, and you can have more than that. Again, these are all minimums. Beans, peas, lentils, and soybeans, at least get 4 servings a week. These are wonderful sources of fiber, and they have been shown to help lower cholesterol levels. And again, the more that we try and lower our cardiovascular risk, the more we lower our risk of getting Alzheimer's disease. And last but not least, I'm sure this is going to be everybody's almost favorite item on this, is that she recommends 5 ounces of red wine every day, but no more.
Well, yeah, a healthy diet is always not to overdo anything.
Right, exactly.
Well, I mean, all the 10 food recommendation that you mentioned, there are, as far as the fish category goes, mackerel, trout, salmon.
Yes, always on a big list. Sardines.
Sardines also a good, yeah.
Sea bass. Orange roughy. All I do is recommend, when I do recommend the fatty fishes, check your mercury counts on the fatty fishes. You do want to avoid, you do want to Google at what time, you know, a source to find out what fishes at any particular time might have a lot of mercury associated with them, and then you would want to limit those. I know sea bass is on that list right now for high mercury fish, and they're saying limit that to once a month. I was going to say trout is not on that list. Salmon is not on that list. Sardines, mackerel are good choices that are not on that list. And I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything.
You mean on the
no mercury?
Contents mercury,
yeah,
right?
you would just always want to check, because albacore tuna kind of falls back and forth on that list. So check that list. So,
and as far as the kind of bread recommended,
always whole grains.
Always
3
whole
servings
grains.
of whole grains, and again, that's for that fiber content.
Right.
Like your beans, when you have a high fiber food, it helps line the stomach and slow down the absorption of carbohydrates, which helps keep our blood sugar levels even, and this reduces the risk of diabetes and helps prevent inflammation throughout the body. And inflammation is one of those things that every time we have inflammation, we do increase our risk of getting heart disease, because there could be plaque that's forming on the arteries. So we want to eat those foods that help stop inflammation.
Well, we got all the goodies on the rack, right? Now, let's say, what are the no-nos for us?
Oh, you know, of course, they're the foods that are high in sugar and high in saturated fat and high in trans fats. Now, saturated fats usually come from meat products, so that the diet does limit red meat to no more than 4 servings per week. Cheese, only less than 1 serving a week. Butter and margarine, because butter is the saturated fat, and of course margarine's trans fats.
Right.
You don't get any more than a tablespoon a day. So if you like dipping your bread or putting butter on your bread, you do recommend that you go ahead and switch that over to olive oil, which is recommended.
And you recommend only extra virgin olive oil?
I do recommend only extra virgin.
Yes.
And then the last 2 items that are severely restricted, of course, desserts. All right, again, just prevent that diabetes, I know. And fried foods. The fried foods, very often that the fats that they fry the foods in have degraded, and they're actually carcinogenic. So you want to use fried foods less than 1 serving a week.
Pastries, I guess you mentioned that perhaps once or twice a week, maybe a very small amount.
They do limit it to no more than 4 servings a week.
Yeah, and try to choose less sugar content.
Exactly. If you're going to choose a sweet, try and choose a fruit-based sweet, you know, like an apple strudel, as opposed to going for that heavy chocolate cake. Even though chocolate is allowed on the diet.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
So chocolate flourless, dark chocolate flourless cake, it's a good one to go for.
Exactly.
Which is my favorite.
Oh, good. All right, you got something. You got to pass on that one.
Yes. Now we figured out what are the good goods and what are the no-nos. Now, are they any kind of, as I call them, exercise of mind, meditation or exercises that would be a good policy to carry on?
Yeah, if you're looking for Alzheimer's disease prevention, I actually have something that I have developed called the MIND program, and it's MMIND. And it's based on research of things that can slow down cognitive decline. And the first M is always movement. Exercise helps us actually build more brain cells. So it's absolutely vital. Meditation. Multitasking has become one of the worst possible things for the mind. And it's more hurtful in women than it is in men.
Multitasking.
Multitasking. The mind is meant to savor the moment. And learning a mindfulness meditation where you're training the mind to not be scattered actually can very much help reduce your chances of Alzheimer's disease. Developing interest, having interest out, that you are going out and doing every day. Proper nutrition. And then deep sleep is very important for the helping the brain clean out metabolic byproducts that can lead to Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is associated with an accumulation of beta amyloid plaque. When we sleep, and we sleep properly, our brain every night clears out that beta amyloid debris. So sleep is a very important, proper sleep is a very important part of preventing Alzheimer's disease.
Well, these informations are very interesting, informative, and educational, and we really appreciate you being here. Now, we are going to perhaps go to actually showing a recipe that you brought in for show and tell, and also to create a recipe that we went to farmers market and picked up some items. What I like to do is to show you what we have picked up from Herndon Farmers Market and the vendors, McLeaf Orchids, Mount Olympus, and Santa Cruz Farm. And we come back and we put a recipe together and all the items we can show you. There is a video, I guess you have about MIND diet.
Yep, the MIND diet. It's Dr. Martha Claire Morris. She invented the MIND diet based on her research. Her book is called Diet for the Mind. She goes, it's a wonderful book, but if you'd like to get it on Books on Tape, it is available, and this is what it looks like. It's a 7-disc video, and it's about 7 hours long, and lots of wonderful information about what we just talked about.
And also from Mount Olympus, we picked up some red, I guess purple pepper, cucumber, and from Santa Cruz Farm we picked up some varieties of cherry tomatoes, and from Orchids, McLeaf Orchids, we picked an apple and broccoli. We are going to come back and put a new recipe and also show you as what our guest Tammy Cummins have brought item by item for her salad. Thank you so much, and we're going to come back and do the recipe. Good morning, I'm Sharon Chapman, host of HCTV Herndon Farmers Market. Today is Thursday. We are here at Herndon Farmers Market with my good guest over here,
Tammy Cummins.
and she will be giving us some advice as how to pick a good item for MIND diet. Tammy, would you just tell us some information about these items over here that we are going to pick?
Well, on the MIND diet, they recommend 1 serving of green leafy vegetables at least 6 times a week, and they put an emphasis on some of the wonderful items that we have right in front of us. Curly kale, Swiss chard. Kale, it makes a wonderful salad. It's in the cruciferous green family. Of course, the rich, wonderful Swiss chard that you see before you. And the other thing that we have here that's on the Mind diet are the berries, which are recommended at a minimum of 2 servings per week. And here they have wonderful blackberries and blueberries. And this is Mount Olympus Farms, and they do grow sustainably, so with minimal pesticides. So this is a wonderful selection of some of the things that you will find on the Mind diet.
We are going to pick 1 or 2 items for our salad today to create. So come along with us, and we're going to go pick some more. Okay, now we are at Santa Cruz Farm. We have 2 or 3 items that we like to pick for our salad that we are creating today. Tammy, do you think it would be a good idea with our purple pepper and the cucumber we picked from Mount Olympus to have the red onion chopped up in there, and also a variety of colors of the cherry tomato?
Absolutely. On the Mind diet, they always recommend an additional vegetable every day, but of course the more vegetables that you include in your diet, the healthier the diet becomes.
Excellent. So let's just get the items and go to the next step and pick up more items, and then we get back inside the studio and put everything together. So I'm going to take this and that. Can you put it in the bag? Okay, we are here at our last stop to pick up our last items for our creating salad today. And we are at McLeaf Orchids Farm tent, and we are going to pick up apple and pick up some broccoli. Tammy, what do you think of using apple and broccoli in the salad?
Well, with the Mind diet, they always do recommend that you get additional vegetables throughout the day, and broccoli is in that cruciferous green family that has some anti-cancer properties associated with it. So broccoli is a wonderful choice as another vegetable for the salad.
Okay, would you follow me so I can pick up some cauliflower, please?
Oh, and maybe, Brianna, I just want to point out that this McLeaf's has a wonderful variety of kale. They have the red kale and the curly kale, and they also have something called dino kale, which are hard to find. And the different varieties of kale, this is great for soups, and these are a little bit better for salad. So, and they just have a wonderful variety.
And
they also have the Swiss chard that we talked about as being a wonderful source of the green beans and leafy vegetables. So this is a very nice array.
That's right. Let's go and pick up some cauliflower over here. And would you mind taking like about few? No, here. Like this would be fine over here.
Okay.
Small ones. If we can pick up, like, let's see.
You tell me when.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That's one more fine. Okay.
Okay.
Our last item, broccoli. Let's go inside and try to create the recipe for you. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming back and joining us with our creative recipe that we are going to make today. We picked up some items from Herndon Farmers Market today. Tammy and I went and we picked up a couple of items for you over here, which we picked from Mount Olympus Farm, cucumbers, and the beautiful purple bell pepper. And we went to Santa Cruz Farm and we picked up this variety of cherry tomatoes, different colors, which is always good for a diet.
That's right.
And we went to McLeaf Orchids and we picked up some broccoli and apple. And we are going to use these items and create a salad, a healthy salad for you. Before I start over here, I would say I will cut the cucumbers first and peel them.
Let me know if I can help.
And just talk to me more about your mind diet. If we have forgotten anything about, let's say, doing something that will help the health of a person. Now, I don't want to be sexy that way, but tell me how to be sexy.
All right, if I was going to tell you how to stay sexy for a lifetime.
Right.
All right, for S, I would put sleep well.
Okay.
All right. For E, I would say eat well.
Okay.
All right. For X, I would say exercise often. And for Y, I would say your family comes first, always.
Okay.
And that's how you can keep yourself not only physically healthy, but psychologically healthy, and to be sexy for a lifetime.
Yeah, and who doesn't want to be sexy?
Right, exactly.
Now, I like to be sexy, and that means SEXY.
XY,
And that
yep.
is, again?
Sleep, sleep well, eat well, exercise often, your family first, always.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, Tammy, that is a wonderful information. And please, yes, would you mind slicing this cucumber in half and then cut them in slices?
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, as I said, who doesn't want to be sexy, right? Sleep well, that is a very good recommendation. And be nice to your family. I mean, you have to stay healthy in order to actually help your family members, right? And if you're not taking care of yourself with a good set of mind and health, then you cannot help anybody else.
And mind and body are always related. If you're not in good stead with the people that you love, then that's going to affect your health.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. We are going to actually cut another cucumber over here. So if you don't mind, toss it in the bowl for us here. And do the same thing to this one. While you do that, I'm going to actually prepare the bell pepper here and seed it out. And the best way to do is to just cut the end, and it will take the seed pod out by itself. And do slice the same way the cucumber and then the bell pepper for me,
Okay.
if you don't mind, into chunks. And as I said, every time you go to a farmer's market, which mostly the farmer's market we have over here are very sustainable and mostly organic, are the good way of getting the seasonal items and bring it and make a recipe. I mean, it doesn't have to be a specific item, but try to use lots of dark leaf vegetables, right?
Exactly.
Lots of variety of colors there are. Like today, we saw kales, purple.
They had red kale, they had dino kale. They had the Swiss chards were beautiful. They had red and green Swiss chards. But you know, Turan, you're absolutely right that the more color you can add to your food, the more variety of what they call phytonutrients that you get. And phytonutrients are those items in fruits and vegetables that help prevent disease and repair cellular damage that occurs.
Let me empty this in here before we cut some more. May I use this one? I should have probably used that one. Anyway, yeah, and as you said, variety of colors is usually the best way to keep your health going.
To get a variety of those phytonutrients in your diet.
What I'm going to do is use the cauliflowers and usually just pick the little florets of the cauliflower and toss it into our bowl for the salad we're making. And broccoli, it's really a very good item, usually, isn't it?
Anything in the cruciferous green family is known to have some very potent anti-cancer properties. Broccoli in particular has been seen to help with colon cancer and breast cancer.
How wonderful. So we did pick good items here for today to make our salad. And what I like to say, you mentioned about the mind salad that you particularly used today. Could you perhaps elaborate about what is in it from your menu?
Yes, I did make a mind salad based on the 10 items that are listed specifically in the mind diet. So you'll see that there's curly kale, there's blueberries, carrots, pistachios, and of course topped on all of that is a portion of salmon for your omega-3 fatty acids, so that you're hitting your green leafy vegetables, your berries, your nuts, and of course your fish all in one meal. And I chose this salad because it's actually pretty easy it's very easy to make.
Right.
And hopefully we'll display this recipe
On the side.
On the
it will be
site.
on the side.
Yeah, we'll put this on the site,
Yeah.
and so that you can find it's a very easy recipe to make. But I also chose this because most people don't know how to work with kale, and kale
Right.
is one of those super greens that is so nutritious for you. It is in the cruciferous family, so same family as broccoli, so it has those cancer-fighting properties. But it's a tough, kind of fibrous green, so the best way to make this, and you'll see it on the recipe, is you have to break down the fibers. So the best way to work with the common curly kale is actually take it, put it in a bowl, sprinkle it with a little bit of salt, and then work it with your fingers to break down those fibers for about 3 minutes.
Massage it, you mean?
You massage it. You
Oh,
massage
mine.
that salt because it can be a very bitter green.
I see.
But once you can take away some of that bitterness and that fibrousness. A lot of people don't like to eat kale because it's very tough. You can get rid of that toughness. You can get rid of some of that bitterness with the salt. And by massaging it for about 3 minutes and then letting it sit for about 5 minutes before you add the other ingredients.
Okay.
And that will make your curly kale much more edible. So, and if that's a lot of times that's the only thing available. But if you don't want to go to all that trouble with your kale, just make sure and buy baby kale or Tuscan kale. Both of
Okay.
those are more tender and a little less bitter.
Is it okay to sometimes also use spinach?
Oh, absolutely. Spinach is also a wonderful super green with lots of nutritional value. The reason that I choose kale is there's something called oxalic acid that is in spinach, and it does help, it interferes with the absorption of some of the minerals. And kale does not have that in it. Not that spinach isn't wonderful, it is, and it's a great choice, and it gives you lots of variety.
So
it's just kale can be a little bit better as far as absorbing the nutrients in it.
So kale and spinach and any other leafy green that you could suggest?
Collard greens, for those of you
Collard
who were
green.
brought up in the South like I
Okay,
was, collard greens. Swiss chard is a wonderful source of green leafy vegetables. And
But
that,
could it be used for salad?
it's not good for salad, but it's wonderful. Take a little olive oil and cut up some garlic and then just lightly saute it, and it's just wonderful. And if the red variety happens to be my favorite, but experiment with the 2 different types. You can do red or green, and they were at the farmer's market today, both varieties.
Right, right.
Yeah.
We just sliced and diced some apple, which we got from McLeaf Orchid, and we added to our purple bell pepper, broccoli, and cucumber. And now I'm going to pick some of these tomatoes, which are red, and they call them pear baby tomatoes because it looks like pear.
It does look a little bit like a pear.
Yeah, and it's sort of sunflowers and dark, sort of reddish purplish cauliflower. What I'm going to do is just dice it, actually slice it in half and throw it in the salad bowl. And I guess once we're done with that, we're going to do the dressing with balsamic vinegar and extra virgin olive oil, which is highly recommended.
On the Mind diet, yes.
Yes, and we have honey mustard, and I guess we are going to add a dash of all seasoning. It's salt, oregano, garlic into the salad. Not a lot of it because balsamic vinegar usually has enough flavor and saltiness to it. I think, in my opinion, I'm not sure if you agree.
Oh yeah, balsamic vinegar can, especially the aged ones are just wonderful.
Yeah. And so as soon as we're done with that, I think I'm going to take this plate, because this is where we're going to actually present our salad. I'm going to put, you could probably do the cauliflowers back in here if you don't mind. Yes, okay. Just by hand if you can manage to put it in there, add it in there. And then I'm going to finely dice some of this red onion that we picked at Santa Cruz farm. And I don't know, maybe lots of people might not like onion in their salad, but what do you think? Shall we add it?
It's good for the cholesterol. I would go for it.
Okay, I will dice it very finely, and then we add it to the salad, and that should be enough, I guess.
Well, how about your sunflower seeds and your cranberries?
Yes, as soon as we fix the salad, we have a dried cranberry and sunflower, which I will be sprinkling on top, for presentation. So I think that will work. What do you think?
I think that'll be beautiful.
Okay. Let me just get this mess a bit away. I don't know, I don't want it to look really messy, but we'll take care of that. What do you think? There we go.
Good job.
There we go. Okay, now we are here what I call hand-free seasoning. We have some raw sugar, which it would be a tad bit that will perks up the flavor in anything when you're cooking or whatever. So a pinch of that raw sugar would be good. What do you think?
Especially if your tomatoes are bitter, that can be a wonderful addition.
Yeah, and also with broccoli and, it just gives it a bit of zest. Just a sprinkle of the all-season salting. That should be enough. And then we'll add the balsamic vinegar. And then we add the extra virgin olive oil. Now, I'm not sure if I want to add the honey mustard to it yet. But what we could do is basically add it to our dish, and see how it tastes, because this is the very first time we are making this salad.
We had to choose from a variety.
Exactly. So this is what we call experimental salad. This is how it looks, but let's mix it up and see what we get. What do you think?
It looks beautiful to me. It's a good salad of opportunity. We took what we had, and it's beautiful and green and wholesome.
Yeah, I mean, we probably would like to give it a bit of a taste before I serve it in the presentation dish, and you can tell me what you think we should add to. From looking at it, I would say probably a little bit more balsamic vinegar, maybe. What do you think?
Can I have a bite of broccoli?
Oh, hold on. Let me. Yeah, yeah, sure. Let me have plates here and forks, and put this here. Get our. Go ahead. Taste it because I'm going.
This one's calling my name and it's.
Please
right
do.
up.
Please do. Please do.
You're right. I would
What?
do just a little bit more balsamic vinegar.
Okay, and perhaps some more extra virgin olive oil.
Just a touch.
Touch. Okay.
But wonderful on the garlic salt. Did a great,
Was it
great
enough?
job. Yep, it was absolutely enough.
That's all we needed, really. We did. As I said, that thing is to the palate of a person who really tastes the saltiness of the whatever they're eating. Some people like more salt, some people like less salt. But I think the balsamic vinegar has so much flavor in there that really does not need anything more. So a little bit more extra virgin olive oil for your health.
Yep.
and we'll see. Would you like to go for it again and see?
Okay.
Okay.
I think the broccoli is always the telling point to see,
See whether it took or
absorbs.
not.
Yeah. Much better.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the serving dish over here, and for presentation.
And then it's nice. The onion didn't come out too overpowering.
No,
so
it's
a nice sweet onion.
yeah, it's a touch of what you feel like. Okay, now that's what it needs. Just a little bit, not much. And now it comes a time where we are going to say this salad wants a bit of dried cranberry, which has the orange flavor to it. I'm going to toss some up of that for presentation.
It also counts as our berry.
Yes, and I'm going to then add some sunflower seeds, which would
counts
be
as our nuts.
the nuts. And then I would say, bon appetit. Here's our creation for today's salad.
Beautiful.
Great job,
Beautiful. Thank you,
Tammy. I appreciate you being here.
Oh, and I so appreciate being here. Thank you,
Yeah,
Turan.
and
This is wonderful.
please tell us again about your healthy salad too.
Oh, just before you go away, this is just a Mind Diet salad based specifically on recommendations of green leafy vegetables, berries, and servings of fish. It also has nuts and carrots, which gives you your one additional vegetable. And on the bottom, you can't see it, but it has a wonderful blueberry balsamic vinaigrette that you add to that to get some more of the berries. So that recipe will be available to you.
Our lunch is ready.
Yep.
I hope you go out and buy your items and go home and make a wonderful salad and healthy one for yourself. Thank you so very much for coming, and thank you, my lovely guests.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again next time.